Hello everyone. So we are back with the next session on leadership and influence. So before going ahead with the leadership and influence topic for the day, let's just see why we are talking about leadership and influence. Basically, what is influence? Influence is the power which a person has who is in the position of a leader, right? So an influential leader is someone who, through powerful influence, achieves effective results through people who choose to follow him or her because they believe in and trust that leader can guide them to the desired result. What do you think an influential leader is? An influential leader is someone who, through his power, he is a person who uses his powerful influence to achieve the effective results through people. Now, he cannot achieve the effective result from any random person. Let's say there's a leader. For me, I do not take him as a leader, and I am not his follower, and along with that, I am not in his ring. So for me, he cannot use powerful influential power to make me do the work, to make me achieve some task which he wants me to do. No. So basically, an influential leader is a person who uses his powerful position, powerful influence to achieve the effective results through people who choose to follow him and her. He can only get those results, he can only achieve those results only when the other person choose to follow him or her. Other followers just look at him as a powerful person, as a leader, as a person who is having a charming personality, as a person who is different from others, as a person on whom they have trust, they have faith, they believe on that person. So the people who choose to follow him or her because they believe in and trust that the leader can guide them to desired result, and that is how he uses his influencing power to influence other person to make them achieve the desired results of the organization. What is influence? So it is a force one person exerts on someone else to induce a change in the target, including change in behavior, opinion, attitude, goals, need, values. So here a person is using his influence. The leader is using his influence in many ways. He is using his influence to influence the other person, not only to get the work done, not only to achieve the desired results or the target of the organization. Along with that, he is influencing the other person to get the work done. He is influencing the other person for setting his own goals, his values, his needs, his opinions, and also he is having the effect on the behavior of other person, particularly in the direction towards growth. Now, today we are going to discuss about the leadership goals. Now, what are leadership goals? When a person becomes a leader, he also set some goals for himself, right? Won't he set goals for himself? He also have some leadership goals that, okay, I want to do this. I want to be this kind of leader. I want to be an effective leader. I want to be on this position. I want to lead a group of 50 people. So these are some of the goals which are specifically related to the leadership quality, to the person who is a leader. So when we are talking about the leadership goals, basically, what are the leadership goals? Leadership goals are objectives set for improvement of skills, abilities, and overall effectiveness. So leadership goals are something which are said to improve themselves. So let's see, leader is someone who's going to improve the ability, efficiency of other people. But along with that, from time to time, he also have to improve his own skills, abilities, and effectiveness to influence other person, right? A leader cannot go with his old traditional way of motivating, influencing, getting the people done, old skills. No, from time to time, he also need to upgrade his skills and abilities for overall effectiveness. So the main thing which we are talking about here is the improvement of the skills, abilities, and the overall effectiveness of the employees, of himself. You can only lead others with the new ways, new techniques. You can make them learn new skills only when you are learning those skills yourself. Until and unless you do not learn the skills yourself, until and unless you are not upgrading yourself, you are not improving yourself, how you are going to improve other person? Right? You cannot improve if you do not know yourself. If you do not know those skills, you cannot make the other person practice those skills. So that is why it is very important that you improve your skills. See, skills are something which need to be polished from time to time. The skills which you were using earlier may not work with the next set of employees whom you will be dealing. So from time to time basis, from time to time, you have to practice and you have to learn those new skills, new abilities to improve your efficiency and to make other people efficient as well. So that is what a leadership goal is all about. He said that objective that, okay, now my objective is to improve my skills more. Let's say he is a person who's very good in listening, but he is not expert in understanding the non-verbal language. Right. So what you can see, my leadership goal is to make myself efficient so that I can understand the non-verbal signals which the people use while communicating. So that is again a leadership goals. He has identified the skill which he do not know, and he told that yes, I will be working on those skills now. So that is the leadership goal. Now goals express organizations and give direction to leaders, guiding them towards success with their team. So whatever goal the leader is setting, it is going to express the organizational need, and along with that, it is going to give direction to the leaders to guide the team, to guide himself towards the success of the organization. You know, when he's going to develop the skills, he's going to develop his team skills as well. What he's learning, he's going to implement. So that implementation is going to make him move closer to the goals of the organization by providing him the direction to successfully achieve the goals of the organization along with the support of the team members. Increase employee engagement to setting goals that align with their duties. Now, what he do? He is going to increase the employee engagement. Now, how he can increase the employee engagement? How employees are going to be more engaged? The employees are going to be engaged in the task only when they are going to see that achieving this task is going to make us move closer towards our own goals. See, if you are not going to see your own profit, do you think you are going to be engaged in doing that thing, achieving that thing? until unless you do not see your own personal profit, you do not deliver your best. So a leader, what he do, he want to increase the employee engagement. He want the employees to give their best, to deliver their best, and for that he uses his skills, he uses influencing power to align their own goals, their personal goals, with the duties which they are supposed to fulfill. So that when that alignment comes in the goals, in the duties, goals and the duties, there it becomes easy for the leader to engage the employees in the task to be achieved. Ensure that both leaders and team thrives by meeting their goals and feeling a sense of accomplishment. Now, here meeting the goals along with that feeling the sense of accomplishment is very important to keep the morale and the productivity of the employees high. Create and build momentum towards goal and encourage a team to reach them. So that is why that the leadership set their goals. So leadership goal is all about improving their skills, abilities, aligning the goals of individual goals with their own duties, and along with that, ensuring that the team and the leader strive towards their goal, and along with that, they get the feeling of the sense of accomplishment. So this is what this is why they set their leadership. The leaders set their leadership goals. Now, when we are talking about leadership goals, what are the steps to set those leadership goals? What do you think? What are the steps by which we can set those leadership goals? Now, if we talk about the steps to set the leadership goal, the first step here is determine your goal. The first thing which you have to do is you have to determine your own goal. Create a list of all the ideas for goals you have or want to meet within a time frame. You have to create a list that what all things you want to achieve in your life, you want to meet, you want to get. Along with that, you also have to mention the specific time frame for your goal. So first, create a list of the goals which you want to determine. All the list of all the ideas for goals. Like whatever ideas are coming into your mind, do not give it a thought whether it is right or not. Just for once, write it down in the list. You want to meet within a specific time. Along with that, also mention the specific time within which you want to achieve. Let's say, for example, the goal may only pertain to a single project, or you could set them for a month, quarter, or the year. Let's say you have set the goal of learning to manage a cross-functional team where people are going to be there from different departments. So now whatever you are learning, you just want to learn them specifically for that single project in which you will be leading a cross-functional team. So now what you are setting, that you are setting your goals for that specific project, that single project that could be for a month, for a quarter, or maybe for a year. So along with that, when you're setting your goals, when you're determining your goals, consider asking the team members for their opinion on what they want to set goals for. Be thorough and create expensive lists. Your goals should be a combination of the goals which the individual people in your team has. Because the goals which you will be setting, that will be something on which the team will be working, and until and unless you cannot align your goal with the goal of the individual, you cannot give You cannot motivate the employees to work on them. So make sure you determine the goals, and you also consider the views. Ask your team members about their opinion on what goal they want to set, so that you can align the goals along with the goals of the individual in your team. Be very thorough and create an expensive list, not a smaller list, along with the time frame given to each and every goal. The second thing is analyze your goal with the SMART system. Now, what is SMART system? When we were discussing about the goal setting, we've discussed about the SMART goals. Now, SMART goals, let me just quickly brief you about that. The SMART goals means setting the goals which are specific, measurable. The SMART system has 5 elements. Basically, it has 5 elements in it, that is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. Now, when we are talking about the specific, it says that your goal should be very specific. They should not be vague or any random thought, whichever comes in your mind. So whenever you are setting the goal, you have to understand that you are setting the specific goals for yourself. Just for example, if we talk about specific goal, you want to reduce your weight. So in that case, what goal you are going to set? Are you going to set a goal that I want to reduce my weight? This is my goal. Do you think it is a specific goal? Do you think it is a specific goal? How can we think it to be a specific goal when it has not given us the time limit? It is not given us by when you want to reduce your weight, how much weight you want to reduce. So if we are talking about the specific goal, the specific goal is I want to reduce my 10 kg of weight in next 4 months. So every month I plan of reducing minimum 2 kgs of weight, and that is the specific goal. So you have to set the goals which are very specific. Second, in SMART goal, second element which we discussed was the measurable. So you need to set the goals in such a way that you can measure the progress, whether you are moving close to your goals or you are moving away from your goals. How close you have reached, so that you can implement the necessary changes if required. It is very important that you set the goals which are specific. Along with that, those are measurable. You can measure the growth and success of your goal, that where you have reached and how far you have reached. It is very important to measure the growth and success of your goals. So set the goals in such a way that, like the goal which I have said, that I want to reduce 10 kg of weight in next 4 months, and I'm going to reduce 2 kg minimum, 2 kg of weight every month. So here, how can I measure that after completion of 1 month, I can just check how much weight I have reduced. And I can see that, yes, I have reduced 2 kg of weight. That means I am moving closer towards my goal. So measuring your goals again motivates you to work with more efficiently and more effectively towards your goal. Next is attainable. Now your goal should neither be too high nor too low. You know, whatever your capabilities are, as per your capabilities, your goal should be just perfect, just right. That they are easily achievable also, and they are yet challenging also. They are putting some challenges for you when you are trying to achieve your goal. So make sure your goals are attainable. Your goals are not too high, not too low, but they give you some challenge so that you can just brush up your efficiency, your talent, your skills to achieve those goals. Now the next thing was relevant. Make sure your goals are relevant. You need to set the relevant goals which are related to the long-term goals. There should be some relevancy. We do not set the goals which are just something which is not aligned with your long-term vision, which is not aligned with what you want to achieve in your life. So the relevancy should be there along with that. Until and unless you do not give a time foundation to your goals, you can never achieve your goals in your life. Giving time bound is something which will make you move closer towards your goal, and it will help you to achieve your goal within specific duration. So now when we are talking about analyze your goals with the SMART system, so here it is saying that whenever you are setting the goal, make sure you are analyzing those goals under these 5 elements of the SMART system. You just have to explore the list of the goals options which you have created and look for those goals that are specific exactly what the goal is. You have results that are distinct and quantifiable and achievable by current means and are related to the current project and can be completed by certain time. So you have to find, when you have determined your entire list of goals, now you have to find out those goals which are related to the current project, which can be achieved easily, achieved within the certain time period, and which can be completed in the certain time periods and which are achievable by the current means which we have available with us. So by seeing all these things, by applying the SMART system, you have to find out those specific goals which are best suitable for the current project, for the current time, for the by the current resources means which you have available with them. And only then, when you have selected, when you have highlighted those specific goals, only then you are supposed to move closer towards your goal. Only then move forward with the goals that comes under the SMART system, and rest of the goals that doesn't satisfy the SMART system, omit those goals. And if you think it is necessary that some goals are just lacking some of the elements of SMART goals, just bring those necessary editing in those goals and try to align them with these SMART goals and start working on them. Now, the third thing, the third step to set leadership goal is determine priority goals. Now, see, I have asked you to create a list of goals. You have created the list of goals. So after creating the list of goals, second step you did was, you have just scrutinized the goal which are aligned with the SMART system, which are aligned with the current project, and rest goals you have simply omitted. Now the third step is you have to determine the priority goals. Once you have a small list of goals, determine which one are more important than others. Now see, unnecessary goals you have already omitted, right? You have already deleted those unnecessary goals. But now the next thing is you have to determine which one are more important than others. You have to prioritize the goals which you have selected. Now you do not have a long list of goals, right? You have just created a small list of goals which are aligned with the current project, with the time, and which are aligned with the SMART system. So once you have done that, now by checking all those goals, you have to just find out the priority goal, like which goals are of topmost priority, which are the most important goals than others. Now here, when you are doing that, see, you are setting the goals. These are the leadership goals which you are setting. These are not the individual goals. So you have to consider when you are deciding about the priorities, make sure you are considering, you are asking the opinion of other people as well. Consider every team member's opinion, as they often offer great insight into certain team functions or the roles that can help you determine the priority of the goal, and by considering their views, reorder your list, stating with the highest priority goals and moving down towards the lowest priority goals. Ensure that the highest priority goal is the one that you must either complete the soonest or know it has the greatest impact on the team, and on that basis only you are prioritizing your goals. So when you're prioritizing, there are two times when you have to take the advice of your team members, because these are the leadership goals which you are setting for your entire team. The first thing is when you are listing down the goal, make sure you are asking them for the individual goal so that you can align their individual goal with the team goal. And the second time when it is important for you to take their views is when you are determining the priority goals. You know, individually, maybe you are very best in determining, but at times you might skip some small factors and you may not prioritize the right goal. So in that situation, it is going to be really effective if you can take the help, if you ask for the suggestions of the individuals. If you ask for the suggestions of the individual and then decide which goals are of highest priority. And the last step of setting your goal is announce your goal to the team. Now, once you have set your goals, once you have given them the number as per the priority list, the last thing you have to do is you have to announce your goal to the team, because again and again, I'm repeating the same thing. These are not the individual goals which are to be kept to yourself. These are the leadership goals which are directly related to the team which you are handling. So now the last thing which you have to do is you have to announce your goal to the team members with the shortlisted. Now, which goal you are going to announce? You have the short list of prioritized SMART goals. Why I'm using the entire line of shortlisted of prioritized SMART goals? Because you have first used the SMART system to omit the unnecessary goals, and then you have used your you have just prioritized the goal on basis of the impact they are going to have on the current project. So here you just have to shortlist the prioritized SMART goals, and the final step is to announce them to your entire team with the steps on how to execute these new goals. You do not just tell them the goal which you have set. Along with them, you also tell them the steps which are required to execute these new goals. Now you have to plan a time in which you can meet your team collectively. You have to announce your goal and address any question or concerns they might have. So along with that, help your team to get started by providing them with the necessary guidance on some of the higher priority items. And rest, once you have communicated your goal to them, leave it on them. Allow them to use their own skills, to use their own knowledge to deliver these goals. So with a short list of prioritized goals, now the final step is once you have communicated your goals, you have given them the necessary direction of achieving the goals. And once it is done, let them use their own skills and knowledge to achieve those desired goals. So with this, we have finished the 4 steps which are required to set the right leadership goals. And in this, the first step is very important that first you need to list down all the goals which you want to set, not your personal goals, but the leadership goals, where you have to consider the views, the goals of the individual of your team also. So make sure you are considering their views, you're considering their points, and along with that, you are also considering their suggestions when you are setting the right goals for your team. Now with this, the next topic which we are going to start for the day is, what are the examples of leadership goals? What do you think? What can be the examples of setting the right leadership goals for yourself? The examples of setting the leadership goals can be: increase team productivity by 20% before the end of second quarter. So it can be one of the example, it can be one of the leadership goals which you're setting for your team. Now, how it is a leadership goal for your team is because you want your team to work towards increasing the productivity by 20% by the end of the second quarter. And that is how you make it an example of the leadership goal. The second example of leadership goal is improve retention rate by the end of the year. Now, what is the retention rate? Retention rate, you want that the employee should not quit the organization more often. The employee should stay in the organization for the longer duration. So this can be again one of your leadership goals which you want to set, that you are going to improve the retention rate by the end of this year. Or you want to increase the profit by 35% by June 15th. So here you will notice that whatever goals I have told right now, all these goals are specific, realistic. They are based on the SMART goal elements. That is specific, achievable, realistic, time bound, and along with that, they are measurable from time to time. Next is open 3 additional branches within 5 years. Again, it is a long-term goal, but it is a specific goal that in 3 years, you want to open another 3 branch. In 5 years, you want to open another 3 branches for yourself. Again, it is a specific goal. Improve team communication skills by the end of the year. Now you have found out that the team communication is not good. Right. So here, again, you have set these specific goals where you say that I want to improve the communication skills of my team by the end of the year. Now create and implement a series of 5 coaching initiatives by September 20. Again, it is a specific goal. If you want to create and implement a series of 5 coaching initiatives for your team. You want to improve client retention by 10% by the end of third quarter. Reduce employee turnover by 5% in 2 years. Now increase collaboration efforts through 5 meetings over the next 6 years. So these goals looks to be very small, but these are the goals which every leader set for their team to achieve the desired results and for making the organization move closer towards its goal. See, now when organization is working towards closer toward the goal, when organization is working, now when the organization wants to grow, wants to succeed, that success and growth is only possible when the leader is setting the right goals for the team and team is working effectively and efficiently to achieve those goals set by the leaders. So here, these are some of the examples which I have just shared to make you understand that what kind of the leadership goal a person needs to set. See, when you will be entering into the corporates, many of you might be having the aim of being a leader. If you want to be a leader, you need to be aware about all these small things which a leader does to be an effective leader and to deliver the best results. Leadership is not only about the position or the authority or the power which a person is having. It is also about making the organization keep organization grow along with making the team members grow towards the success. So with this, we have come to the end of today's session of leadership and influence. In the next session of leadership and influence, we will be discussing about these goals in details. Now, these some of the goals, how we can explain them in details, why we have set these goals. And along with that, we will be discussing about the development goals for better leadership. Now, what are the development goals which you can set for better leadership? Here you have set the leadership goal for the team, but you need to develop. So those development goals are also very important for the effective leadership which you want to practice, which you want to show to your followers. So with this, we'll wind up today's session, and we'll have the next session in next 10 minutes. The next session, the next 3 sessions lined up for the day is MS Office Basics, trust building, and along with that, time management. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful day.